Is it worth it today? We've got the beautiful weather and I've got this beautiful looking Lexus NX, and this is the Lexus NX 450 Plus H. Stay tuned, stick around, and we hope you enjoy this video on Is It Worth It? The Lexus NX started life in 2014 in its first generation, and then in 2021 it's now back in this second generation, but it comes with a brand new unique powertrain. Yes, it's Lexus's first full plug-in hybrid, and the NX stands for nimble crossover. So the model we've got today is the top of the range spec Lexus NX. This is the 450H, which stands for hybrid, and it's the F Sport Takumi edition. So it's got the Takumi pack inside. So let's talk about the design elements on the front of the Lexus NX. And Lexus are very proud of their badge. So what do I mean? Well, look at these lights. They're all meant to represent an L in various different shapes, and also this is their new design signature on the grille. If you check in between these individuals, they're all L's, different way up and in different directions. So as you can see, they're very proud of that Lexus L. So on the front here, it's very aggressive looking, very nice and mean. So these are L-shaped daytime running headlights, and they're LEDs as well. So they look very menacing even in the daytime, as you can see. And you've got here very nice, almost silvery chrome front splitters, and you've got your fog lights here. And the L's don't stop here, they're even on the side of the car as well. Even though this is a nimble crossover, it's quite a big car. So what do I mean? Well, you've got your 20-inch alloy wheels, that's on the F Sport pack, and the Takumi edition's more to do with the interior, which we'll talk about. But have a look here on the wing mirrors. You've got this nice chrome detail, really stands out. The side step is optional, and it's a 5-door compact SUV, and you've got privacy rear glass. Now, this is quite a cool feature. Instead of the door handles popping out all the time, you've actually got a button which just releases the door, and that's on this side as well. So just little differences that make it a bit more luxurious. So here you've got your charging port, where you can just plug in your cable to charge. As you see, it's still very striking. This is what Lexus call their blade design here. It's a singular rear wraparound light, and I feel like a lot of manufacturers are doing that these days, but it does look really nice. You've got the Lexus logo and the 450H Plus, and you've got some almost chrome matte detailing on the sides, a bit plasticky down here, and a rear diffuser as well at the bottom. This is a 5-door SUV. So yeah, another cool feature is you can lock the boot as well, and that'll beep just to remind you, so I'll keep that off there. In the back here, wow, you've got a lot of space. You've got some tether ports there, a bit of a luggage compartment here. You've also got a smooth flat load lip, so it's dead easy to put your luggage in and out. Now inside here, you've actually got some cable bags, a luxury leather bag there, pop your stuff in, Lexus branded, pop all that back in, so it's nice and neat. Tether ports in the back, your rear seats do fold down as well, and also you've got a neat cool little parcel shelf as well. So again, because it's electric, press it down there and everything goes back. So yeah, looks pretty good for practicality in the back. Let's take a look at the specs. The NX is a 5-door luxury compact SUV. This Mark II NX is redesigned from the ground up. It has a whole new chassis, stiffer body shell, a 20mm lower centre of gravity, and better weight balance. The model we reviewed was the NX 450H Plus, the F Sport with a Takumi pack. The 450 is Lexus language, meaning the largest and latest variant engine, and the H Plus stands for hybrid electric plug-in. F Sport means a sporty body styling trim is added, and the Takumi is the name of an enhanced interior trim. The F Sport trim gives 20-inch alloy wheels, adaptive dampers with 5 driving modes. The Takumi pack added gives a better sound system and digital rear mirror and sunroof. It's a petrol plug-in electric hybrid. It's an all-wheel drive setup with a powerful 2.5 litre 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine that works in conjunction with a singular 18 kilowatt lithium-ion battery. The battery powers two separate motors. There's a motor mounted on the front axle and another at the rear. This means that if you switch to electric only mode, you can get up to 40-mile range and can drive to a top speed of 83 miles per hour. It's also self-charging, so when you're in petrol only mode, the battery is charging simultaneously whilst you drive and can then be plugged in when needed. So the combined power output of both gives 301 brake horsepower and 227 newton meters of torque, a 0-60 time in 6.1 seconds and a top speed of 124 miles per hour, making this the 450h Plus the quickest in the NX lineup. And all this is merged together with a CVT automatic. Fuel economy and battery range is impressive also, with the petrol engine alone giving up to 55 mpg, as well as the electric only range of 44.1. Both combined, and depending on how you drive, you can get up to 313 mpg. So what's the interior like inside the NX? First of all, the cabin is very airy, very open, and I do like it. It's very comfortable. However, this inside here is the Takumi pack. The Takumi pack is inspired by Japanese craftsmanship, and they are at the top of their game. Now, what do I mean? Well, if you have a look here, it's all finely stitched leather. Lexus are not only thinking about the attention to detail, but the usability with inside the cabin and your experience. Have a look at this. This middle cabin actually opens from both sides, so that's magical there. It goes quite deep. So on the middle console, you've got this nice design around your cup holders. It looks very plush as well, and you've got the grips just to help whilst you're driving so your coffees don't move. Now also, if you check here, you've got wireless charging. It's a wireless charging mat. It comes wireless Apple CarPlay, and also they are getting wireless Android Auto, but it's not a standard yet. Now what the cool thing is you can actually move that in, making more space down there for your keys, and there's actually a cigarette light there, and you can move that back. USB-C, USB port there, a little bit of a groove there to put some stuff. So moving on up to the center piece, and of course you've got this huge 14-inch touchscreen, and you only get that with the Takumi pack. That's the top spec you get. Now this is fabulous. It's like anything else I've seen in a car before. It's like a laptop screen. It's an LCD screen, very responsive, very bright, nice and easy to use, and you've got the formidable option of your tactile buttons as well, so you've got the best of both as well. This ring loop here has got a digital screen in the middle, and you can change your temperatures. That's quite like a Mustang Mach-E. That's the only other car I've seen it in, but it's very responsive, very easy to use. You've got all your options there, your energy flow with it being hybrid, so you can check tire pressure and everything on there, but it just feels like you're using a big Android tablet. Very nice, very impressive. The great thing about the NX is the driving position and your visibility. Very good. The windshield seems to curve around, giving you a really good view at the front, which curves down as well. But also I like these small A-pillars. They're not in your way, it doesn't really cause any sort of distraction. You can see past each one, and you're quite high up as well, so that helps as well. Let's talk about the design on the door panels. As this is a Lexus, it's Japanese. We want to have a different design elements to anything else. Even on the door handles, watch this. You actually just press it in and push out. It can be a little tricky and a bit different to get used to. I'm gonna kind of just do that now and again. But if you do get stuck, you can hold it back here twice to unlock the lever. But you're meant to just press in there, push forward. So yeah, very nice. With this being the F Sport, you've got the F Sport logo embossed into the leather there, and also you've got the Takumi craftsmanship stitched red stitching on your sports seats, so they're almost like bucket seats, very well made and bolstered. Have a look at this though. You've got nice soft fabrics here with your vanity mirror and your light, and you've also got an electric sunroof as well. In the middle console, you've got SOS, so if you have any issues out and about, any collisions, that'll go direct to the emergency services, and you just click that button. But yeah, they've really thought of everything inside this Lexus. So watch this on the reversing camera. It actually gives you collision warning, and then it gets louder the closer you get to something. It's cool, isn't it? So what's the practicality like in the back of the NX? So first off, I've got to say how comfortable these back seats are. Same sort of leather as what's in the front as well. Very soft, very cushiony as well. Let's have a look at the armrest, mixed with that beautiful red leather, and of course you've got some cup holders there. Pop that back in. Have I got enough space here? Yes, very comfortable in the back. You've also, because of the battery hybrid setup, you've got a little bit of space here that you can pop your legs either side, so it's not nudged with a middle console in the way. You've got 2 USB port C's in the back, and also you've got rear heated seats and air conditioning. So if you're above average in height, it's a bit weird looking because at the front it's quite ovaled and then it's more curved at the back, so it's shortened for that sort of sporty SUV compact design, but they've done it in a way where it curves over the roofline, so it shouldn't really be a problem. And I'm just going to check if the doors open wide enough. Yes, very easy to get in. You've got the same fancy button mechanism as well in the back. So yeah, all in all, practicality is really good in the back of the NX. So when you set off in the NX, because it's a plug-in hybrid, you've got different options here, which I'll show you. You've got 2 buttons here. You've got your EV and HV, so you've got your electric, full electric mode, and the hybrid mode as well. So you can select which one you want to set off in. Whilst you're driving, you can hold the charge button down and it'll charge your battery whilst you're driving as well. Auto EV and HV, kind of says it in the name, the NX will just automatically switch between whichever it feels is best. And you've got your traction control here and hill climb assist as well. On here you've got your Eco, this is where you switch modes, and you can even put on custom mode in there. When you pop it into Sports S Plus, the dial, if you can see here, it changes red there, so it's a bit more sporty. You can see your rev range on there, and it just makes the cluster, digital cluster, a lot more sporty looking. So apart from the driving modes with the Lexus NX, you've got additional features such as semi-autonomous driving, you've got lane keep assist, and also you've got adaptive cruise control, sort of brake and start depending on the car in front of you. What I do like though is the big power button there, and that's your start and stop button, so that just starts the hybrid engine up. Most of it starts in electric, and then also in the digital cluster ahead you've got your dials showing how much battery charge and how much fuel you've got on the right. So this is what I mean, you're getting the best of both. So you've got your fuel there, and also you've got your charge there for your battery as well. So being the nimble crossover, it definitely lives up to the name. It's very agile, you can definitely tell, grips the road well as well. It's powerful, you've definitely got a lot of power with this, over 300 brake horsepower as well. And with it being a large luxury compact SUV, you'd feel that would suffer with the ride and power, but no, it seems to handle and grip the roads well. With Toyota being at the forefront of hybrid technology, they've imported this into the Lexus as well, but they've kind of tweaked it a little bit. You can move the power from the front wheels to the rear, and also you can get all-wheel drive as well, so you can almost get the best of both. Now this does share the same engine as what's in the Toyota RAV4, but because this is the Lexus, they've tweaked it to be a bit more luxurious and more comfortable to drive. So what's great about it being a plug-in hybrid is you get the best of both. So while you're in the full petrol mode, it's actually charging them batteries for you. And then you can even plug this in at home or a supermarket, any charging port, and it only takes 2 hours for a full charge anyhow. And then whilst you're in your petrol mode, you're never going to have the range anxiety that you'd have with a full electric car, because you've got the petrol to back you up. With the NX being such a big car, remember this is a 5-door compact SUV, so it's meant to be made for a family car. You'd think it'd be quite sluggish and not that appealing or thrilling, but actually it is. You can have a bit of fun with it, but also it's relaxing as well. And I think that's the key point with a Lexus. It's meant to be luxurious, it's meant to be comfortable. And yeah, because Lexus are starting to, I feel, move more to a younger demographic, this is definitely going to tick a lot of boxes for people looking for a luxury SUV. It's very powerful as well. You get a sense with that. I know it's a CVT automatic gearbox and it's the hybrid powertrain as well. But yeah, it seems very responsive. It's quite heavy as well, but in terms of that, it doesn't feel like you're going to be suffering with that weight. It seems to handle it really well, and it seems really well balanced and handles and grips the road incredibly well. So what I'll do is just to showcase the kick down, and and as you can hear, it's a little bit revvy, but it's lively, and that's good. In previous NXs, the first generation, which came out in 2014, it was noted with the CVT automatic gearbox, the engines can be quite revvy. However, with this new CVT gearbox, it is a little bit revvy, but it's not as bad. But I don't mind that at times, especially in Sport Plus mode, because it makes you feel a bit more alive. And the Japanese call it Tazuna, which means to essentially, in Japanese, to focus all your energy on the road. And they've helped you with that with a heads-up display. And instead of using the controls on the steering wheel, you can actually all see it in front of you on the heads-up display. I like how they incorporate Japanese sort of elements into their spirit of driving. It's actually making me fall in love with SUVs, which I didn't think I would say. But Lexus, you've done a grand job. So a big shout out to Lexus in Bolton for letting us review this car. If you want to find out more information or even book a test drive, links will be left in the description below. So let's wrap up this video review on the Lexus NX. Yes, now in its second generation, and it has Lexus's first full plug-in hybrid, so you do get the best of both. It is a big SUV, but it's compact, and it does have the performance to boost as well. As always though, we want to know what you think in the comments below. You get to decide on the fate of the Lexus NX, so do let us know if you think this car is worth your hard-earned cash. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out, and we'll see you again on the next video.